I don't know. Yikes.
He's running his head.
What? He running his head?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, Catherine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Cool. Okay.
Let's see.
You can come over here and look.
Where do you want to be talking to?
That's Julie, and that's Samantha. You can't see, can you?
Hey, Betty.
Let me show you how I want you to play. What you're gonna do,
What are you
you're
doing?
gonna take your little
What are you doing?
you're
Are you
gonna try and
hiding?
roll it. Make it number. This is a practice run. Go, be soft.
You're a goofball.
Hi.
What? What is that?
No, I don't want to.
My daughter growls.
Okay, so it's not just my kid.
No. They think it's hilarious.
He was barking at me earlier because he has a dog on his butt. He might be wearing his younger brother's pants right now.
Aw, that's awesome.
He has big boy ones.
Are they?
Colin does.
Colin does.
Yes, Colin has them. And I have baby ones.
You have baby ones? Did you guys trade? You little cutie.
But they can't see because it's on you.
And they can't see because it's on me.
Yeah.
Look, there you go.
Oh, that is a little puppy butt. Do you like to have fun?
Oh,
Jesse, do you like to have fun?
yeah.
Yeah.
Two. There's back up
Oh, I almost could hear him, but I couldn't hear him.
He said, "Tell them Daddy's back got bruised."
Oh, what did he do?
I have no idea. Something at work.
Oh, gotcha. We drove into town, so I'm local and have real internet. So, like, this is crazy.
I figured because it looks like you're sitting in a car.
Yeah, we had to pick up dinner for a friend, and so I was about to go into the store, and Nate's like, you have your team meeting in like 5 minutes. And I was like, well, I guess I'll be here and you guys can't go into the grocery store without me.
my socks and my pants got wet.
They know.
Tell them.
They know, sweetie. They heard you. They can hear you talking.
It says it's only 6:01, so I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes to see who else is going to get on.
That's fine. 'Cause I thought Robin said she was joining, so.
Yeah, she said she was going to get on. I know Emily said she was going to get on. So I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes. Kim might try, but I think she's driving. Did anybody watch that TED Talk that I posted?
I haven't got to it yet. That's for later tonight.
I was just having my husband listen to it, and while we were driving, and it talks about it's about the guy, and I think Kim did one of these long, like 3-day walks before. Maybe she's even done 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the guy that, like, I think created those type of charity events, and he was in business for like 9 years, bringing awareness to different charities because through that method of like long distance walks and long distance bike rides and all this stuff. And he would like advertise it on, like, I think he said like basically like major marketing type ways, and then as soon as his sponsors started to take the heat for the fact that they could actually make money while they were helping these causes in a bigger impact than anyone's ever been able to make, mind you, they didn't like the idea that people could make money while helping people. And so their sponsors just all of a sudden pulled themselves, and so they were no longer able to do this. So this guy went and made this TED Talk about what's wrong with the way we view like basically like charities, and how we can really make an impact, and that it's like this mind frame of not being able to take care of yourself and your family through methods of helping the world is like seriously the world we live in. Like, I thought it was so crazy I had to share it. And it's not very long either. It's like it's less than 20 minutes. That is okay, so we've got 4, 5, and I know Robin's probably gonna call in maybe a minute or 2 late. But I'm going to start just because it's after 6, and I know that this is already being recorded. And I know that Kim said she could post it quickly to the team page. So for anybody who comes in late and misses the first part of this, they can catch it on, I think I just unmuted myself. That should be better. So for anybody who comes in late, you can watch the recording, but I want to talk to everybody about our Spotlight Challenge group, and I kind of want to see how things have been going in the month of May for everybody. And like I posted in the team page earlier, I was going to tell you guys how to submit an official Spotlight Challenger. And we're going to do it via email, and I'll post my email if you guys don't have it in the comment sections, or I'll make a file for it. But I have two that you can reach me at: mrscampbell13@hotmail.com or juliecampbellfitness@gmail.com. Feel free to submit any challengers that you think are doing a particularly good job in your challenge group, with either staying super dedicated to their goals and participating in the challenge groups by doing the mini assignments, the personal development assignments, checking in with other challengers, and seem to be really taking the participation part of the challenge group seriously. Feel free to nominate anybody who is getting results and who's just been busting their butt and finding a way to get through those difficult moments of feeling like you aren't capable of doing hard things, and pushing through that and doing the hard things, not skipping workouts, losing inches, not, cheating with their meal plan. Nobody has to have purchased a challenge pack to be nominated. Nobody has to have paid anything to be nominated. I just want to hear about the people that are in your challenge group that you feel like are really taking this lifestyle change seriously, or are also supporting people who are doing that in their life. I'll just give you an example real quick of someone that I'm considering nominating. She felt like she's done several challenge groups of mine, but she just felt like she needed to take it to the next level. And so between the two of us, communicating every day, she's decided to do doubles every single day, because she just wanted to see what she was really capable of, push her limits, and get results, because she was just sick of being in this plateau. And she hasn't missed a day since she promised that to herself. And I can't wait to see what her results end up being. And she's not doing like 10-minute HIIT workouts. She's doing 21-day fix, 22-minute hardcore. She's throwing in some plyo, and she's just switching it up between different workouts and doing 2 a day. I think she even does a P90 X3 one, which if you haven't done X3, those are all hard. And it's super impressive, and it kind of makes me second guess any excuses that arise for me. And what I've done to support her is do doubles myself. So if I have the time, I don't miss my workouts, but if I have the time, I throw in a second one. And yesterday I did the Masters Hammer and Chisel cardio workout, and then I also did 21-day fix extreme plyo, and my legs are freaking killing me. But I wanted to show her that I could take on her challenge and do these things despite how busy my schedule is, just to show her that she's not alone, and that I'm cheering her on. And I think that helps her stay dedicated to her goals. And so I want to hear about these people. So I'm curious if anybody has someone off the top of their head already that they want to nominate, and you feel free to mention them briefly, but I want to, you can fully submit their name and description of why you want to nominate them to my email address, juliecampbellfitness@gmail or mrscampbell13@hotmail. Does anybody have anybody so far that they are
I've got 4. I've got to narrow them down. I have 4.
You have 4? That's awesome, though, to have 4 to choose from. Are they just really committed, or what?
They've all been with me for a little while, but in the last 2 months, they've really just committed and been showing results. And they're not all I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of more of their whole journey that makes me want to submit the nomination, but also what they've done in the last 2 groups has been really impressive too. So, yeah. And they've all to deal with, a couple of them had to deal with some really heavy stuff, and one of them in particular. So I don't know. It's hard for me to narrow it down. But
well, how many people do you have in your challenge group, Robin?
I just started a new one. So my last one had 46, and now this new one's down. It's like 41.
Feel free to nominate 2 people.
Okay. Thank you.
But I'd love to hear about all 4 of them, especially if they stay in the challenge groups that you're doing. Submit 2 official ones, but I would love to hear what they're all doing and going through, and find a way to kind of encourage them.
And then, like, one of them, like, one has just blessed so much with her self-love. She's someone that, you know, at a point in her life, she tried to take her own life, and now she's just, to see that blossom, like, this coming out of her, I'm just, I don't know, just it chills. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, if you get a chance, tell her I'm super proud of her. And, but yeah, I can't wait to hear their stories. Does anybody else have anybody?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah. Her name's Brittany, and I've known her for a couple years. She teaches with me, and she is getting married in July, and so that was her motivation to get fitter, and she wanted to fit back in her wedding dress that she bought, like the only size they had a few months ago, and she tried it on recently, and it didn't fit, and so she has been super motivated, and she has participated every day. She's posted her shake, she's posted her workout. She does 2-a-days sometimes, and she challenged me to do it once too, and I was like, oh, I don't have time for 2 of these, but I'll do it since she was. And
When they start to show you up, you're like, shit.
I know. I'm like, I work out in the morning, so I don't have to work out at night. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
But she has done really well, and she told me, because our group officially ended Friday, and she's going to join our next one in June. She's lost 3 inches from her waist, so she tried her dress back on about a week ago, and it fits again. And then just mentally, she says she's changed. Like, she doesn't want the bad food anymore. She wants the good food. She wants to keep working out. She really likes it now, and she didn't before. So it just, I mean, I was just like, my heart's like just so full. And I'm just like, oh, it's wonderful. So
Totally. It's so funny to me because, like, people, I think they don't believe in themselves enough to keep pushing through that wall that's like, this is hard. I'm not cut out for hard. And then they just, I don't know, choose to not listen to that voice anymore. And so they keep doing it anyway. And then pretty soon it's like, why have I not been doing this my whole life? And I know I was there once where it was like, I can't run. I'm not going to do any more freaking lunges. That's painful. And just like, for some reason, just had that in me to, like, that turning point to just keep doing it. And I love it. That's so exciting. Nothing like trying to get in your wedding dress too, you know? Like, that'll motivate anyone.
yes.
Does anybody else have one?
I've got a couple.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm kind of in the same boat as Robin. Like, I'm still trying to narrow it down. I've got 52 people in my challenge group, so that's helpful that I might get to nominate 2.
Yeah, nominate 2 for sure.
Yeah, but to be honest, and I'm struggling with this one a little bit, but one of them is my mom, and it's not because she's my mom. But she's been in all 3 of my challenge groups, and this one, like, she got PIO, and she didn't do it for 2 months. And now she is doing it, and she got a gym membership, and she messages me every night saying, like, thanks for the motivation. You know, like, I got my sweat in, this is what I did. And she's down pounds, she's down inches. Her back isn't hurting her anymore. And she's like, she's taking care of my grandmother and my Nana, like, aging stuff. And my Nana just, like, broke her femur and had an infection, and, like, she's taking care of both of them, and helping take care of Nana and always taking care of Grandma. So, like, for her to be running a business, be doing those 2 things, and going, like, I am going to go to the gym and I am going to eat well, and she's in the group motivating others. So I'm like, I'm not sure if I
Yes, you can. Yes.
because
Yeah.
hey, I want to not like nominate mom, but she's kicking
Well,
butt. And it's like, if that was anybody, I would nominate them.
yeah.
It so happens to be my mother.
Can I just say that, like, and this is, I hope this doesn't come across Emily, but I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's harder for older people, like to kind of get back into it to that level. You know what I mean? Like it's a mental block and also physically limiting. So like, that's super inspiring. And that generation of people, they don't really have anybody out there motivating them. Like if you think about public figures, there's no one really in the older age group that's like putting themselves out there and being like, well, yeah, sure, I have my excuses, but I'm still doing it. And I love stories where like people start to like, well, anyway, yeah, I'm rambling, but definitely nominate your mom, and don't add. I'm basically going to take what you guys submit and kind of compile it together and submit it to some people to read through. And so don't mention that it's mom, just mention the facts and stuff,
Yeah, that was my plan. And then there's another girl in there, and her name's Becca, and she has also been in this is her third challenge group. I've done 3 challenge groups total, and she's been in all 3 of them. And the first 2, she totally like fell off the wagon. The first week she would kind of post a little bit and whatever, and then she would just go away and wouldn't respond to messages or anything.
We've all had those.
Yeah, and then she was in that. She's like, I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do it. And she is allergic to raw fruits and vegetables, and so she can sometimes eat them when they're blended, but most of the time they have to be cooked. Everything has to be cooked. And so she's really struggled with that. She had knee surgery a year ago. She struggled with that.
That is quite literally the suckiest thing I think I have ever heard.
Yeah, totally. Like, it's not that she doesn't want to eat them. She can't. Like, but on with all of that being said, she got Shakeology. It doesn't hurt her allergies, so it doesn't trigger anything. So she's using it. Yay! And she got on board with some food prep stuff, and she's working really hard on doing that so that she can cook those fruits and veggies and eat them. Wow! And she's working with a nutritionist to get past it and see what she can do. And then on top of that, she actually just messaged me and asked if she could do PIO. So and she's posting every single day, motivating people. She's on there. If I have a day where I cannot be present, I'll post my mini challenge and I'm just not on there very much. It doesn't really matter because Becca's in there and she's got everyone down. Aww. And trust me, I've already heard about coaching and whatever.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Whoa.
I could use some Becca in my life.
Right? So those are my 2 that I'm really going for right now.
Heck yeah, nominate both of them. That's so exciting. I love hearing this too. This is so motivating. Does anybody else have anybody that they're just want to kind of briefly talk about in their groups that's kicking butt?
Yeah, I'll talk about somebody.
Yeah.
So I've actually got 2 that I really am excited about from my group, but the one that I am most excited about, she's one of my coworkers. She's been with me through a couple of Kim's groups, and then now she's in my own personal one. And she's a mom of 2. She and I had our daughters within 3 months of each other. So her little girl just turned 1. She's struggled her whole adult life with, getting to a certain point, and then her body is just comfortable there and won't move no matter what she does, and it's always frustrated her. And she's tried different things, but she's had a lot of problems, she'll say, with consistency and keeping on it. She'll get to a certain goal and then she'll let herself slide and end up right back where she started. So she had seen me doing PIO right after I had my daughter, and she was excited about it, but she didn't think there was any way she could do a regular program. So she finally committed to doing PIO, I don't know, it was like three and a half months ago. And the first half of the calendar, it took her about 2 months to do because her daughter's first birthday happened right in there, and she took a break, and she was really frustrated with herself. But the stress of all that, and she's got a little boy as well who's 5, so she's got a full plate and a full-time job and all that jazz, and she just let it go. But then she got really motivated coming back into it to do the second half of the calendar, and she told herself, I'm going to do 6 workouts a week. I have no idea how I'm going to make it work, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done by the 25th of May, and I'm going to be ready to hit my first goal. And she got excited about T25 going on special last month, and she ordered that in Shakeology as a challenge pack, and she's planning to hit that next and have it done by her birthday and her next goal. And she hit her mark. She finished PIO on the 25th exactly. She is 6.6 pounds and something
That's awesome.
like 15 inches all around or something like that. She's really excited about the changes that she's seen in her body, but more excited about the fact that she was able to commit to those 6 workouts, to making it happen, to making it, not negotiable anymore, to making it, a mindset, a lifestyle change. And she's just really excited about the way she feels. She's got one more day, and then she's jumping in with Shaun T and hitting T25 to get some birthday goals happening for herself. And she's got her son's 6th birthday coming up and all that, and she's not going to let herself off the hook this time. So just really excited for her. And she keeps me motivated every day, telling me that watching me do my inconsistent workouts is enough to keep her going. So she's just amazing. I love her to bits.
That's awesome, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. That's so stinking rad. And you, how big is your group?
Oh, teeny. I think it's like 12, 13.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't able to nominate 2, because I thought you said that maybe you had 2.
Yeah, no, my other one, she's brand new to challenge groups, and she's just jumped in, really committed. She's still working on consistency, but I think she might be somebody that
In
jumps
June,
up
baby.
ready for another round.
Yeah. That's so awesome. I love hearing all this stuff. Like, all I keep thinking in my head is believe in the process, So that's exciting. Does anybody else have anybody off the top of their head?
I was talking with Kim earlier today because we run the groups together, and we as a team had come up with I think 4 or 5 different people, and we narrowed it down to 2, and they're both people that have injuries or serious pain issues that they're constantly working through. They're still getting their workouts done, what they can, and posting consistently in the group on what they're doing and on the others. So we're kind of working through both of them right now.
And how many do you guys, Catherine?
30-some people in the group.
Okay, yeah, definitely nominate both of them.
Okay.
It sounds like we're going to have a pretty good list of people to read about, which is basically my favorite part about this job. So I'm super excited. If you guys missed it at the beginning, you're just emailing me a full description with name and why you want to nominate your challenger to Mrs. Campbell 13 at Hotmail Fitness. I'm super that pumps me up to work out. So thank you guys for sharing what your challengers are doing. And I hope you guys know that that's a direct reflection of the effort that you guys are putting into challenge groups to create that kind of space and environment where people feel encouragement or feel trust and support or feel like they're not alone, is because you guys created a space for them to do that. It's not, a lot of times, it's not very often, let's just say, that someone independently decides that with no support and no outside impact to do hard things. There's got to be incentive and motivation and encouragement, and there has to be support. There just has to be. So a lot of times you fall flat on your face without support. So what you guys are doing is part of why they are able to do these hard things. So I hope you guys know that, and I hope you guys celebrate that every single day. And I hope that you guys are really loving being part of these challenge groups. I know that without them, I don't stay consistent and do my workouts. And so, you know, they're as much part of my personal goals as they are, you know, for other people to have a place to reach their personal goals too. So I think that this Spotlight Challenger thing is really neat, especially after hearing this, because I'm in a lot of these challenge groups and I see people posting, but I really don't know I don't get into the nitty gritty. I just try to be encouraging and show that I'm doing stuff too. So I can't wait to do another one in June. We're definitely going to, just based off of what I've heard tonight, we're definitely going to do this again in June. I'm curious to hear one thing you guys have loved so far about your challenge groups. What's making it so that these people feel like they can make changes in their life? And I don't know if you guys saw that comment and care to share one thing that you've really loved about your group so far. But that's also something that I really want to hear about. Because I think that, keep in mind, if you do want to share, that these are ideas that we can all use going forward in June. So if there's something that you love about your May challenge group, feel free to share. I don't love mine. Sorry, Em.
You're good.
I don't love mine right now, and that's because I'm not connected with all my challenge groups. I have so many things going on that I feel like emotionally I'm not invested, so they are not emotionally invested. That doesn't mean that there aren't some that are really pushing hard and still doing stuff. It just means that I feel like you get back what you put in. And so me personally, I need to step it up in my next challenge group. But I'd love to hear what you guys are loving.
I personally am getting into, like, I'm just finally, so my family's coming outside. I'm just now coming into my coaching stuff, where I can't think, sorry. Where I'm trusting the process and I am seeing things start to come together. You know, like people who have been with me for 3 months, like Becca, who, you know, weren't really doing anything before, and I was kind of feeling a little bit concerned, I suppose is the best word. I'm starting to see them come around. And so because of that, my confidence is growing, and I'm trying to say hi. My confidence is growing, and my group is getting stronger. And I think that it doesn't have anything to do with the challenge group itself, but like I am starting to come into myself as a coach, and I feel like that's really helping, like giving people time instead of feeling like people are, people just aren't ready when they're not ready.
Yeah.
And before, when that was happening, I was like, oh God, did I offend someone? What did I do?
It's hard. So like chemically our brain latches onto negativity a lot faster than positivity. So any of those doubts we have about ourselves are actually really hard to overcome quickly. And I feel like the best way to do that is to just keep doing the thing or saying the thing or trust the process. And support is huge. And, that's why I'm here. That's why I started a team, was because even if you don't believe what you're doing is effective, I do. I know it is. And I'm someone who can say that what you're doing is positively influencing my life. And so I know that I'm not the only one. And so it's hard when people aren't reacting, like it's crickets, or they're not, giving a lot of their heart or emotion into their response. You're kind of like, well, thanks for posting, but do you really care? Or is this really a value? And then they start to show that over time. And it took a while for me too. It was just kind of like, mediocre posts and participation. And then I would get these messages after a while where people were just like bearing their soul, and I was like not ready for it, and I was just like really overwhelming actually. And I'll still like look at Nate like I didn't do anything, and I'll get an email from people who are like, you know, what you said today just changed my life, and I'm just like, what the what? But that's the power of consistency and believing in yourself and showing that you believe that what you're doing changes people's lives. Like, so I think that's really important to share, and it's really important to hang on to going forward, guys.
I'll just stand there by you.
Who am I hearing? Oh, Catherine's little one. Was that yours?
Sorry.
That's okay. So what's going really good in your group?
I don't even know. I've been out of my group all week in testing at work, so.
Yeah, does anybody else have something that they're just loving about their May challenge group? Robin, go ahead.
You sure? Okay.
I can't see everybody at once, so I know that I heard Robin, but then I think there was someone else too.
I can't see anybody because I'm on the call-in. Just let me know what you want me to talk.
Go for it, girl. I want to know.
All right. I think mine has to go off of like what you said about that community field. I think this is my 9th group. I've been doing them since August, and I'll do them for 4 weeks, take a week off, and start another one. And I've been doing that consistently. And a lot of my ladies have been with me. But I think, like, to tie into when I forget who even said, I think it was Emily, said that being more comfortable with themselves as a coach too, they can feel the difference. I think the combination of just the community atmosphere, I don't know, I'm really digging everything, and I think a lot of it, part of it has to do with me being more confident in myself.
Yeah.
Plus that community feeling, and just kind of relaxing more about like the whole sales and all those things, and trusting more that those will come, and just truly trying to be there for them, or have, or just have that feeling. And I've loved seeing them. You can tell they care about the other people in the group. And I have people, like I have a lady from Australia, I have people from all over the place. And to see them like kind of bonding after this time, I don't know, that to me like thrilling. And you could see, and to see the ones that like for months were there, but like all of a sudden are blossoming with their own, like feeling their own self-worth, and like just encouraging others, and just, I don't know, just seeing that like ripple effect of all of that is just, I don't know, I've just been loving this month so far.
Well, to kind of speak to that a little bit, the whole thing about having confidence, you guys realize that you have to do the things that you're not comfortable doing in order to grow and your confidence in that area. So if you feel like you don't feel confident yet in hosting a challenge group, you need to go host a challenge group by yourself. And you need to trust that people are grateful, number one, that you create that opportunity for them, and that what you have to say back to them and their efforts is going to continue to encourage them and inspire them, and that your support is appreciated. And you might not hear it right away, kind of like what we're saying is, after a while you build this community and people start to trust you and open up more and really, kind of give themselves to the process. You don't get that right away, but you also don't get confidence in what you're doing right away, especially if you aren't doing it. So like I had 19 people in my first challenge group, and I started it like the week I signed up, completely against everybody's advice. I had no idea what I was doing, but I maybe had like 3 to 5 people consistently posting in it. And I didn't think to myself, man, you're a failure, you suck. I looked at these 3 to 5 people as an opportunity to help them change their life. Yes, 19 people weren't participating, but to those 3 to 5 people, I was creating value. And you're not going to see that if you don't do it. You need to just do it and not worry about whether or not you succeed or fail, because failures does not exist unless you quit. So you just keep trying, and all of these things do eventually wind up becoming part of the process for you. as well as building your confidence. So like that community doesn't happen if you don't create a place for it to happen. And the only way you can create a good, solid place for that to happen is to keep trying and see what works and adjust accordingly. Ask for feedback. Going into June, I know that I'm going to take a lot of what Emily talked about in her team call and apply it to what I'm doing. I need to create more value in my challenge groups for myself, to be more emotionally invested in them. And I know that by doing that, I think the level of participation and connection in that group in June for me will go through the roof. And so you always have to be willing to do these things and, you know, give yourself an opportunity to feel scared shitless. Like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm doing, and do it anyway and just learn and grow through it. And I'm not trying to like cut off anybody if you did want to say something, but I'm just going to keep going because I don't know what time it is. I know it's almost 6:40. Okay, so one thing you love, how to submit a nominee, what you'll be changing in June. The gift is a leather and waxed canvas bag that you could be used for a gym bag, could be used as an overnight bag. It's that size. It's not very big. It's neutral, so feel free to submit, men or women. I'm going to fill it with some Shakeology and some of the Performance Line samples, as well as a water bottle and some actual workout gear. And I might even put in some earbuds and just kind of like a get fit pack. So it'll be full of lots of goodies, and I'm going to ship it out to whoever wins it. But I think it would be kind of cool if we could somehow compile a list of words of encouragement from coaches from this team. Like, I'll print it out and stick it in there, and we'll go from there. And I'll do some like pictures and stuff that we can use, a picture of that gift to use as incentivizing the next Challenger Spotlight for June. You say, you know, something like, this is what we gave away in May, and please join me in June or July, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So going forward, I am going to do a June Challenger Spotlight. I'm not even going to tell you what the coaches are going to get until there is a coach that, you know, the Challenger winner and the coaches announced too. So I got to keep you guys in the dark in some of this stuff. One thing I wanted to say really quickly was Emily Jones did a dual purpose challenge group, and it was pretty quiet. I watched the video, and I have to comment, and I was going to comment in the challenge group, but I figured since she's on here and some of you guys missed it, please go watch it, because Emily took a lot of time and she put together a PowerPoint presentation for you. She took notes and she thought very clearly and precisely on what to say and added so much value to that. And it's not very long, but I really think that along with the content that she gives you and the value of a dual purpose challenge group, that it's something that we should really be doing going forward. Ask her questions, pick her brain, and I hope I'm not speaking for her, but I know that she loves being in that position. So taking someone on the team who's willing to help you, not just in a fast kind of way, you know. So thank you so much for doing that. And sorry that because of clouds and thunder and lightning that my internet doesn't work and I could not be part of it. That was a blow to me because I even drove up into the mountain that I could get out of it, and it didn't work. Thanks, Em, for doing that. Please go watch it, you guys, and leave comments. And then I know there's only a few days left, but I think if you guys made goals, I want you to post them in the Vital Behaviors group, because I know if you're in that group and you do vital behaviors and you're trying to be in the prior group, I want to see your goals. because I'm curious to see if you can't reach them in the last few days. I challenge you to put in some serious effort to try to do that. You know, my daughter Olivia and I was emotional, but I did my 2 outs, and today I had 16 assignments due, but a friend of mine said, me, and we're having dinner, and I'm on all, like, basically, I'm not, we'll have excuses, but if you're I want you to put because that's how you will reach them. So goals are not just made up. You put in effort to reach them. In the Vital Behavior group, if you're not in there, because I'll add you. So we have a few days to do in this month together. Really, if anybody's in you themselves, and I post just so everybody that wanted not the last of the month, and we will have a winner 5th of June. So if any has any questions, Kim, I know you're traveling and you're not even on to watch it. Thank you for posting another season, even though you're driving to Portland. You're such a badass, and I'm so grateful. So if that, I don't know, if anybody has anything to say, go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to end the meeting. So,
Do we have a time that we have to have the Challenger Spotlight in for? Did you already say that, or did I miss it? What day do we have to have them in? And just as a heads up for me, at least you're kind of cutting out. So if I don't know if we can hear you, if you could post it on the Facebook or on Truth and Trades or something.
okay. So can you hear me, Em?
Yeah, now I can.
Sorry, my speaker got muted.
Oh, that's okay. You keep cutting in and out like you're in a bad service area. For me, at least. Okay.
Post the due date Tuesday the 1st to have a nominated to my email, and I'll post all that stuff in the team page.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Okay, thanks, guys. I'll see you later.